Hi, I'm Heather. Thanks so much for joining me for chair yoga today, a practice to help you gain strength, balance, to reduce stress and tension. And it can be done any time of day, even at work. If you're able to take a break, it's a wonderful way to find that reset and to balance the body. One thing that tends to happen when we sit at a desk or computers, we tend to slouch over. So taking a few moments to pay more attention to the alignment of your body is extremely helpful to counter effect that posture so it doesn't stick with us. So if you want to just make sure your body's lined up here, your feet are rooted on the floor. Sideways, it looks like a right angle with your legs and your feet. I'm sitting at the front edge of the chair. And once I have my feet and my legs in position, I can just pay attention now to right from the seat, the sit bones, right up through the central channel. Okay, so central channel being the core of the body from the root to the crown. Finding alignment here. If you're not sure how to place your body in alignment, one way is to move in and out of alignment. Okay, so let's start with the cat-cow. This is not only a good place to find our center, but also to open up both the front and the back of the torso. On your inhale, you're going to open your chest, let your shoulders roll back, lift your chin slightly. And on your exhale, you're going to let your body come forward, pull the belly in, head comes down. And bring your hands forward on your knees as well. On the inhale, you can slide your hands back, pull back with the elbows, open the chest, shoulders back, chin up. And then on your exhale, feel that opposite position, opposite stretch in the back of the body. And continue to flow here a few more times. You can begin to move more with your breath, exhaling, belly in, head down. Inhaling, opening, and lifting up through the chin. Okay, find a rhythm that works for you, following your breath. Helping to increase mobility, flexibility of all the muscles in your torso that move you in this direction. So as we exhale, this time come back to center, and a great way to find that center too is just find your foundation, your root, right through the center of your hips, those sit bones, and once you find them, line yourself up over top. Take a few more breaths in and out here. As you inhale, slower, deeper breath in. And as you exhale, a longer breath out. And if we feel a lot of stress or internal tension, discomfort, what's really helpful, it is really lengthen out through that exhalation. We're going to try that a few times. So on the inhale, take a breath, maybe to the count of 4. And on the exhale, count to 5 or 6. Okay, slight pause between inhale and exhale. And release again. If you'd like, you can also breathe out through your mouth for this exercise. Keep counting to 4 on the inhale and to 5, if not 6, on the exhale. The last 2 breaths here, let's increase the count, the length of the exhale by at least 1. Continue breathing into 4, And breathe out to the count of 6 or 7. One more breath like that. And then coming back to movement, we're going to just start with a slow roll through the torso. So I'm originating this movement right from the pelvis, rolling forward. And as you exhale, come back. You can also invite this movement to resemble the first exercise we did, which was the cat-cow. So on the inhale, you're coming forward, you're also opening the chest, shoulders back. And on the exhale, bring your belly in, arching a little bit. All right, we'll do that one more time this direction. And then we'll come back to center and a few rotations in the other direction. Keep moving with your breath, inhaling as you roll forward, exhaling as you come back. One more time. Good. Returning to center, sitting up nice and tall, this time reaching your arms up and out with the inhale and releasing with the exhale. Okay, arms lifting up, reaching up on the inhale and on the exhale, release. Okay, inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, take your hands behind your head and let your elbows just pull back and open the chest a little bit more. See what feels good here. And then come over to the side slightly. Breathing in, come back to center, breathing out, other side. We'll do this one more time each side. Inhale to center, exhale, elbow sinking down, other elbow lifting up. And back to center. This time, lifting your palms straight up so they're facing up, hands together. And then slowly release your arms straight down. You can pull out a little bit there. And we'll let go of the arms. Bringing the hands to the sides. This time, inhale, lift forward. And exhale, flex your hands a bit, point your fingers up as you come down. We'll move through the wrists a bit more. So this time, inhaling, fingers pointing down. Exhale, fingers pointing up. 2 more breaths like that. This time, as you exhale, come down, let your arms pull back a little bit more. And one more breath. And as we reach the arms back, let's hook the hands onto somewhere on the chair. Could be the seat back, could be down lower on the seat. And then just taking a moment to feel the chest opening, again, shoulders rolling back. And then releasing, come back to center. We're going to come into a forward bend. So if you want to widen out through your feet a little bit more, we're going to come over. And I'm sitting right at the front of the edge of the chair. So making sure that if it feels good, you can let the arms come down. Let the head release, the neck release. Stay for 1, 2 more breaths. This is also, so you can slowly come up. It's also amazing for helping us to find more of a calm presence here, especially when we tend to feel overwhelmed or even irritable, angry. Forward bends are amazing for helping us to find our inner calm and peace. So even just doing that for a few moments, you might notice that difference in how you're feeling now. So we're going to come into a twist next. This twist is a little bit different than what we've done before. We're going to actually cross our legs. Typically, not a pattern we want to get into is crossing the legs, but we're going to do this on both sides. So before we do the twist, let's roll through the foot and ankle. And let's also make sure that the leg underneath the foot is aligned with the knee. So it's not out to the side like that. It's coming straight down from the knee. And let's flex the foot. So bring the toes in towards the knee. That helps to protect the knee. And then pointing away. And we'll do that again. And come back to center with just a slight flexing of your foot, again, to help protect that knee joint. And we're going to move into the twist. So with the right leg over top of the left, we're going to bring the left arm to the right leg. You can hook it if you'd like. I like to put my arm like this, so the palm facing out, balancing there. With your other arm, we're going to reach it up and reach back. Wherever your hand lands comfortably, we'll start the twist here. Positioning yourself, so breathing here. When you want to go a little bit deeper, you can start to, on your exhalation, just pull your right shoulder back a little bit, move through your ribs, and eventually, if it feels right for you, turning your head. But you don't need to do that. And we'll pause here for 2 more breaths. Keep your foundation, the seat, the sit bones secure here on each side. And then slowly come back to center. Okay, bring this leg out of that position. We'll roll the foot again. And just slide that knee in towards your chest. Try not to slouch here. Try not to lean back. Sit nice and tall with your leg in. Okay, a little bit of circling through that hip. And opposite direction. Hips can get very stiff with a lot of sitting. So we want to make sure that we counteract that with some movement. Coming back to center here, you can slide your right leg so that it's going to stay centered here. Foot underneath the knee as you cross your other leg. Now, if you do have a habit of crossing your legs, typically you would usually do one side over the other. It takes a bit of a reminder to, if you do cross your legs, to cross the other way. So this is good, especially this is not the side I would typically cross my legs on. So you might be able to even feel that stretch in your hip. Sitting up nice and tall, we'll do a few ankle rolls again. And then we will flex the foot. So bring the toes in and then point the toes away. Alternate that another time or 2. And then just slightly flexing the foot to come into the pose. We're going to begin to move towards the left leg over top of the right. You might even want to just hook your hand on the outside of that knee if that feels okay. And reach back wherever your arm lands. Oh, we can lift up to that arm too to stretch and open before we come back. If you'd like to, you can place your arm across, palm facing out. Again, slight flexing of your foot. Breathing here. And when you're ready to, you can exhale, just turn your head if that feels okay. Next time you exhale, slowly release, come out of that position. Pull your leg in, roll through your foot. And then roll through your hip. Right. And then just stretching your feet forward. I'm sitting right on the front edge of the chair. Flexing your feet in provides a little bit of that stretch in the back of the leg. So much like what we do on the floor in staff pose or dandasana. Activating the legs with the toes pressing in. And one more breath here. And then release, bend your knees, feet on the floor will come off the chair. You're gonna come to into a spinal stretch next. So if you want to place your chair on your mat, we're just at the very front of your mat. We're gonna step back, soften the knees, push back with the hips, aligning your upper body. And a real nice stretch here for your back. We'll pause here for 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, you can walk your feet in towards the chair, standing up nice and tall. And we're going to switch all the weight to one foot, come into a quad stretch. You can use the chair for balance. And then we'll release and we'll try the other side. And breathing here. And then releasing, and we will do one more pose with the chair. This one's more like a lunge, a standing lunge. So stepping your right foot back, left foot forward, bending the left knee. And you can go back and forth a little bit, feeling into your lunge. You can lift up to your back heel, plant it down. Find your alignment here with your legs and your hips, so you feel centered in your hips from side to side. And if you'd like, you can bring the arms into the full position. Warrior one. And as you exhale, come forward, and we will just maybe slide the chair forward. Come onto it if you can, in the pyramid, half pyramid. And then we'll slide the hands back up to the chair. We'll step the back foot in. And we'll step the other foot back. And we're back in that warrior one position, just getting the legs ready, opening up. This is really good when you lift the back heel and plant it back down. It really engages and opens up, lengthens that calf muscle. It can be very tight. Bending that front knee. Once you feel steady in your legs, you can reach up, find a focal point. Keep breathing here. And when you're ready, you could try that pyramid pose again. So if you can slide your chair a bit, you can be on the top of your chair, seat back, or you can come on lower down onto the seat of the chair. Once you get your body lined up, your You're staying focused here, focusing on the body sensations and your breath. When you're ready to come up, hands can come back up onto the chair. Step your back foot forward, standing mountain. And we will come back to the chair. So if you want to sit down again on the front edge of your chair. And we're going to bring the right leg up again, but this time we're going to cross the ankle over top of that thigh. This can be a big stretch for that hip. So see what feels good. We'll point and flex the foot again. Make sure when you're flexing your foot in that the toes are pointing towards the direction of your knee. And just taking a few breaths here. If it feels too difficult to get your foot up there, you can always try sliding your foot out a little bit, the lower foot out a little bit. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can come over from your hips, not collapsing in your upper body, keeping your chest open, shoulders back. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths. And then we'll come back to center, release that leg. And we'll bring that other leg in and up and see if you can cross it over. Finding a place that works for your body. And then flexing your foot and ankle a few times. Pointing the toes and then flexing in. Again, make sure when you're extending or flexing your foot that you point it towards your knee. And if you'd like, coming over slightly, whenever you feel your body get more comfortable in the position or feeling a release, then you can come over a little bit more. And we'll come back to center and release that leg. And just moving the legs a few times from side to side. And open the legs wide apart. Feel that inner thigh stretch here, much like doing a squat. But instead of strengthening, we're opening. Okay, you can bring your hands to the insides of your legs. And breathing in to reach up and breathing out to come down. Elbows in, hands pointing up, stretch your fingers. So you can make loose fists and then stretch. And make loose fists and stretch to your fingers. One more time. And then we'll release the pose. We'll bring the legs back together. Bring the arms out in front, a few wrist rotations. Other direction. And then we'll bring the right hand out, so the palms facing forward, fingers back. And we'll do the same on the other side. And then releasing that, come back to center. And a few neck rolls. We'll do half roll from side to side. And keeping your ear in line over your shoulder for a moment. And bring your hand up on that side. And bring your other arm back. So I'm just going to bend at the elbow and slide my hand across to the other side. And release the lower arm first, reach up and let go. And bring your head to the other side gently. Use your hand on that side to support your head in that position. Bring your other arm out and back behind you. And then release the lower arm first. Come back to center. You can reach that other arm up, come down. Roll your shoulders. Opposite direction. And sitting up nice and tall for a 3-minute meditation focused on the breath. I'd like to repeat the phrase 1 or 2 times. It's very simple, inspired by Thich Nhat Hanh. It is breathing in. I know I am breathing in. And breathing out. I know I am breathing out. That's it. It's very simple. And stay here for 2 more minutes. Giving yourself some time to just be. Bringing yourselves into balance is about taking time to be active, but also making time to be relaxed and effortless between doing and being. Enjoying this time that you take for yourself. It's in this space that you get to know and understand what's going on in your life or inwardly, and much more clearly. There's room for your inner wisdom to speak out. So make sure to listen. And with any special message that we may get from ourselves, we can form an affirmation around that. So it might be a statement that we need to remind ourselves of. Even if we don't think it's true, that statement right now. We affirm it to ourselves. It is the truth in the present tense. For example, usually starts with the I am. I am healthy. Or I am peaceful. So I encourage you to find an affirmation that works for you, that helps get you back on the right track. If sometimes the mind leads you off with different stories that aren't as helpful. So, and find those affirmations, use them. They really work. We can pull them out when we really need them. So thank you so much for your time today to take for yourself. Give yourself a big pat on the back for doing the practice, for taking time for self-care. Namaste. And I hope you have a great day.